Hey dudes, in this episode, I'm thinking about more villagers. There are a few new paths around the fortress, and the fortress tower is underway. How many sugars do you take? How about 120 with some pistons? What? I made a sugar cane farm. It's the real Duke, and that's all happening right now. Okay, dudes, as you could see before, this was behind me. Pretty sweet, right? This is the tower getting underway. It's still kind of tough to see, and I'm just roughing it out right now with some stone bricks because I don't know exactly how I'm going to shift up the visual language yet, but I want to let the shape and form of the tower inform my decisions to, as far as the visual language I want to go with. In other words, if the tower starts to take on a rounded shape as we're building up, because we're just going with the flow, right? As we move up, if it starts to take on a rounded shape, I might want it to look a certain way, and if it starts to take on a square shape, then that might influence the blocks that I choose for the visual style. So I want to let the thing talk to me. Let it talk to me. It's going to do its own thing because we're going with the flow of, of basically the mountains that we're on, and I think it just looks better. And I think it's more interesting to build that way too, because you don't know what's going to happen. Like, I could have just picked a flat spot in the middle of the plains somewhere, in the middle of the savannah out there somewhere, and made a big square cube. But there's nothing wrong with that either. If that's what you like to do, then that's the right thing to do. Just for my personal preference, I like going with the flow. I think it's an additional challenge that's kind of fun. So I'll just hop back up through here so you can see again the stairway. I don't know what this room is going to be. I guess it's a foyer. I'm not good with different languages. Anyway, I think it's a foyer entranceway, right? And then we come up the steps. It's kind of a ramp and this gradual stairway. I think this actually needs to be out here. Not this log itself, but I think this wall. Wow. Efficiency 4 will do that for you. I think this wall needs to be out one, right? I don't know. I think. Why didn't it make a noise? Oh, I know why. I was hanging out. Oh, I was hanging out downstairs, which I will get to in a minute. Let me change these settings. Jeez, do I love the sound settings, being able to do this. I love it. I love it. I love it. Friendly animals. We'll keep that down there. We'll get to the friendly animals in a second. But guess what's involved in the friendly animals, or what's included? Yeah, villagers. So I had their sound off. Why? You'll see in a second. But anyway, back to this. I'm not sure. So I'm just going to keep this hollow here. It would probably make sense to keep this flat, but I'm going to, I think I'm going to keep this open here and build up around it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes as we're moving up. I kind of like the idea of being down here and then looking up at this stairway as it's going up. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this wall here, but this window's kind of cool here too. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. There's definitely going to be this log here. That's definitely going to be a beam that carries out, and there'll be some supports here too to make it look cool. Maybe we'll switch up the pillar style from wood to legit stone pillar. We'll see. We're going to make the castle tower a little bit bigger before we make that decision. But so that's where that is now. I had so much fun doing that. Probably my favorite part of all of Minecraft is just making an epic build. So getting started on there, really getting my hooks in. It was so much fun. It was a good time. I had to kind of stop myself, otherwise I wasn't going to get anything else done. And speaking of other things that I almost didn't get done, let's see them. I don't know if that made any sense. But anyway, let's go see what I almost didn't get done, which means what I did get done. So now, lately we've been coming down these steps, and then we've been just kind of derping into here, and that's... Oh, what's over there? Don't look. Okay. I'll get to that in a second. But what I figured out how to do... Not figured out how to do, because I know how to tunnel. I know how to build ladders. But what I figured out was my objective location within the base. So I always thought that... I always felt like my, storage room is like right up here, and it turns out it is. It's just a couple blocks above there, and so I made my way there. But where did the villagers go? Oh, we'll get to the villagers in a second. Check this out. So now you can hear one. I heard him. So Here it is, and then when we come up, boom, right at the valuables chest, which is sweet. Just switched, I'm on guard, switched to my sword for no real reason. I got these dudes set up. I eventually am going to have a somewhat automated brewing system. What I like doing right now is, you know, you just throw a couple bottles in here, and then up in the hopper, I get all my ingredients set up. So, like, let's say I want to make a speed potion that is extended duration. So what I would do is I just throw my water-filled bottles in here, and then I just go boop, 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 and then they just kind of trickle down in there. And I know it's not fully automated. I'm sure 100 million people thought to do that before, but, you know, that's, I think, good enough for now. Excuse me, I don't do a really that huge amount of brewing. I just kind of, these are things that I use often, and so I brewed a couple of them. Having 3 set up side by side makes it super fast. So, you know. And then, moving on, I'm backing my way over here because it's a surprise. Oh, ba-bam! Where does this go? Are you serious? Let's find out. It comes down here. What is all this mess? Holy cow! Well, let me tell you what it is. So, the villagers were in here. They were in approximately this location. I didn't need to blow up that torch. But anyway, they were in about this approximate location. I was trading with them. I ran up some pretty sweet deals with the librarian. And then eventually the librarian got to a point where he wants like 30 emeralds for watch, which is crap. And that's what I need to do to reset him to cash in on the deal with paper. And so that kind of fell apart, which kind of bummed me out. Yeah, makes me sad. So I need to get an infinite villager spawner set up, and I need space to do that. And, oh, what's up, bud? What you got? You got something? You got something for me? Where are you even at? Whatever. I ain't scared. You on this side? I'm actually legitimately scared. I was lying just then. Anyway, so where are the villagers? Well, they're right in here. I put them in here. Hi, guys. Hello. So this guy he's my hero. He's my special sweet hero. Chain boots. We got, look at all we got. I blew through this. What? What? Diamond axe? I no longer have to craft diamond axes, diamond pants, well, diamond boots, diamond shovels, or diamond swords. How sweet is that? Because I get them on the cheap from this dude. And this guy kind of crapped out right here. I didn't have enough, you know, emeralds to get to him. I was busting here so you can see where we're at with this guy. His final trade is 10 emeralds. Oh, that went down, which is good. Pay no attention to the pistons, you can hear. 10 emeralds. This was like 23 emeralds. I swear it was. 10 emeralds for a clock. I can't justify that because I got 25 paper for one of these. He only does this like 7 or 8 times. So I'm losing 3 emeralds every time I try and trade with him. But there may be other things I might be able to work out. So we'll see. We'll see. I might be able to get that plus this deal if I get an automatic cowerizer, beeferizer, catalyzer. What did I call it before? I don't remember. Anyway, so automatic beeferizer, beefizer. It's coming up, and it's gonna be. I guess I gotta get rid of that because that looks like garbage. I know it looks like garbage. I know you know it looks like garbage. We all know it looks like garbage. Why is it still there? No good reason. So we're going to move it down underneath in there. But so basically what I wanted to do on this area, and I don't know how big I need to make it yet. I need to do some figuring out, right? It sounds like that spider is right on top of me. Is he over here? Where you at, spider? Come get some. Go ahead, get you some. Where you at? Nothing. Weak. Anyway. So I need to do some figuring out. I just know I need some space, and I tried breeding them under there, but it's so hard. Villagers, that is. I tried breeding the villagers under there, but it's so hard because I get so many of these, you know, leaf blocks, which apparently do not count as full transparent blocks. So it kind of roof blocks for purposes of building houses for villagers and inhibiting or inciting spawning rather. So or breeding, and yeah, it's just a mess in there. So this needs to be relatively tree free, which I'm gonna have to. I really like how the trees came out, so I need to figure out how I'm gonna do that, or make this huge enough that I can still do that and have the breeding happen underneath. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna have to see how that works out. But the idea is to continue trying to get those librarian villagers, and then with those librarian villagers, keep milking the, you know, the paper sale for emeralds. And so to do that, I needed to make a small farm, which I did do, and here it is. Nothing too crazy, nothing too special, but this was my terrible joke at the beginning. I don't know how to I wanted to make it sound exciting because it's a little exciting, but basically, and I'll just head over here. It's been running for a little bit, so we'll check that chest in a second on the way out. Basically, it's just a hopper timer. Very simple hopper timer. Oh, fail. Can I get up there? Can I please? Please. There we go. So I have it's a full hopper. And it's a full hopper of dirt. And then it takes about 4 minutes, 3 minutes and some change for this. And when this switches with the redstone right in front of this, when this switches, there's a split second where it's a tick where this doesn't power either of these, and then it does power one. Does that make sense? I don't think it makes sense. Anyway, there's a tick, one tick pulse, boop, and it sends that pulse along to all of these pistons. And I have the pistons set up on different delays so that they don't all chunk at once and cause a pretty solid lag spike. So it's a couple second delay. I don't know how far away, if I can jump up here again. Parkour is terrible. I don't want to make you guys wait too long, but we have, looks like, just a couple seconds until these finish draining out. So it's not a hugely efficient. It's not a hugely efficient machine, but because we get some that hang on there. So I would change up a little bit next time when I build one, but I can reuse all these pistons, obviously, so it's not a huge deal. There we go. Not too bad. And then they all just dump into a water channel. Water channel brings them in. They don't have to go too far, so I don't have to worry about them despawning or anything. They just kind of, here they come. Just making their way on down. This guy he's glitching out up there. I guess what I could do is I could just underneath. Ooh, sweet. Just throw that back in the chest. What I could do is underneath these, I could just have like a hopper minecart on a track, just make a round to pick the ones up off the top, and then when it stops moving, we'll just have it drain into, I don't know, a dropper to spit it out into the waterway into that chest or something. I don't know. We could do a lot of different things with it, but that would improve the efficiency greatly, I'm sure. It's not the efficiency is bad. It's just, you can see every so often there's a couple just kind of hanging out there that aren't getting picked up, or ones that are kind of glitching out like this one here, where that's not working. Anyway, let's go check out how we're doing in terms of how much we captured. Wow, that is not too shabby. Now, it has been running for a while. It's been running for a couple hours, so it's not great. It's not a huge amount, but it's not a very big farm. It only took me about an hour to set up and mine all this out. And so, I'm pretty pleased with it. There's obviously a million more efficient designs, but in terms of fitting it in the base and getting it to work and what I could do with this space after this design becomes obsolete for me in the future, like if I need more or this output's too low, I think this is a pretty good trade-off. Again, for only an hour's worth of work is pretty sweet. So we got... this is spazzing out over here. No idea why. I'm going to have to look into this, but all we got to do is pop this out and pop it back in. I guess I could do a button for a reset, probably. Man, that is a lot of chicken. Alright. That's reasonable. Anyway, what else? Oh, over here. What we're doing in here. Maybe for next time. Hopefully for next time. The state of these cows are pretty sad. What's up, chickies? What's up, chicks? You know what I'm saying. The state of the cows pretty sad. Obviously, I have enough cows. I feel bad. They're all crammed in here. Oh, psych. I don't feel bad. I'm going to cram them even tighter into an even smaller thing. I'm going to try and do a little cow dispenser basically inside here in the mountain here. Now, the mountain's actually not very wide. At the base, that dirt over there is the other side of the mountain. And that dirt right there, you can see grass right there. This is the entire width of the mountain. I'm in the mountain, and I'm thinking like, oh man, this mountain's so huge. I have so much space. I could do so many different things. But this is not an overly huge sugarcane farm, and it's spanning the entire width of, and I'm at ground level. This is the base of the mountain. At the base of the mountain, that's all. That's pretty much all we got. I know it's not a huge mountain, but like this is way smaller than I thought it was. So space isn't really limited, but it's it's not quite as huge as we thought. Now going in this direction in the center of the mountain, I know we got a lot of room to run. So I'm gonna try and get some of these cows from over there back in here. I'm gonna stuff them all in a little spot, and I'm gonna do the harming potion / looting sword trick. And if that doesn't make sense, hopefully by next episode I will have that figured out and I will be able to demonstrate for you. But I think for this episode, that is going to be it. Next episode, I guess we're looking at maybe cow spawner, cowerizer. I'm going to figure out what that is for next episode. I'm going to figure out what to call it. Also for next episode, I think we're going to have, hopefully we'll have the infinite breeder, the infinite villager breeding system set up over here, right here. Or maybe over here, right here. And hopefully this will be prettied up a little bit. We got this looking good. I got to figure out what to do with the ceiling in here. This underside here, this dirt looks like garbage. We got to fix it up. We got some tidying up to do for next episode, dudes. So again, I think that is it, and I am headed off. I hope you dudes enjoyed watching. Check out my YouTube channel for other Let's Builds and Infinite Heights server contest videos. Head over to Infinite Heights forums at InfiniteHeightsMC.com. Join me, my builds, and the totally sweet Infinite Heights community at play.infiniteheightsmc.com. As always, I truly appreciate every single view I get, dudes. Thank you so much. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, dudes. TheeRealDuke, I'm out.